this is an issue. This is what's going on. And as a country, we are not going to put up with it any longer. So it's going to shift the focus to more of a health and wellness focus in our country. And who better to benefit from that than chiropractors?
You're listening to ChiroCandy,
the podcast of sweet chiropractic success.
Now,
here's your host, Billy Sticker.
Welcome to another episode of the ChiroCandy podcast. It's going to be a little bit different episode. I am actually camping. We are in our camper. We took a very last minute impromptu trip just a little bit north of where we live. Just decided to get away. The weather's finally cooling down, and we've been extremely busy and thought it would be great just to take some time and still be able to get some work done, but just enjoy time with me and my wife by ourselves. So we are actually camping in Huntsville State Park in southeast Texas, about an hour or so north of Houston. But I want to talk about what are some key fundamental things that we can look forward to since we know that Trump is going to be president for the next 4 years. Since he won the election, what does that look like for chiropractic? What does that look like for business? What does that look like for you guys? And I would imagine most of you that I know, which are hundreds, if not thousands of you guys, were very excited about the outcome of the election. We actually traveled we were in Vegas on Tuesday for the election, which was November 5th. SEMA is a huge auto show that they have there every year, and it just happened to fall on the election this year. And we went to SEMA. My youngest son and I are starting a marketing business. I'm helping him get it going for just marketing in the auto niche. We're actually leaning very heavy into the AI side of things, just like we are with ChiroCandy now. It's just working phenomenal. And so we want to bring that into the auto space. If you've heard me talk about him before, then you guys know he's an avid car enthusiast. Not just that he likes cars, but his knowledge of exotic cars is second to none. Like it's very, very impressive. So we thought we would just take his knowledge and my knowledge and start another business. So we were in SEMA or in Vegas for the SEMA show this past week. And so Tuesday night, get back to the hotel, and we're just watching. Like most of you, we're just up late watching the results, and we're very, very pleased at the way things turned out, and very, very excited. It felt like, just to be totally transparent, from my perspective, it felt like we could breathe again. Kind of had hope in the future of the country. But I was also, I am a believer. Most of you guys know that. I've talked about that before. My hope's not in the president. My hope is in Jesus. So regardless of how it turned out, even if, it would have been rigged or whatever, could have happened, literally it's not the end of the world. Like, life must go on. But we were very excited the way things did turn out. So let's take a few minutes and kind of dive into some key things. And some of these things you probably know, but they may not be necessarily front of mind. So I want to talk about really kind of 4 or 5 key points that give us hope going into the future, not only for business, but for chiropractic specifically. So number 1 is just market confidence in business growth. Automatically, the day after the elections, we saw a surge in the stock market. We saw highs in the Dow. The NASDAQ reached almost 6,000 for the first time. It's just, the economy in general is already responding very, very positive. We're already starting to see gas prices fall because they know we're going to start drilling here in the U.S. again and be energy independent. And so it's already having an effect on the market, and all those things kind of trickle down, which we'll talk about here in a second. But one, I think market confidence in general, we're going to see a big turnaround already. We've had several people new clients sign up just this past week with us, and and it's like this surge in new business, and we really think it has a lot to do with just the economy. Just consumer confidence is going to be where it was in the past, right? We just see that turning around. So that's number one. Number two is the tax environment. I think it's going to be extremely beneficial for business owners. I think it's going to be beneficial for the middle class who are going to see tax benefits. As business owners, you guys know, whenever we have lower taxes, it allows us to be able to pour money back into the business, back into our team, back into our staff, to help fund growth in our business. And whenever we're growing the business, everybody on the team wins, right? Rising tides rises ships. That's not even how that goes, but you know what I'm saying. So it's literally going to help everybody. So I think the tax environment is going to be very beneficial, not only to business owners but also to the consumers, the ones who your patients who are actually coming in and seeing you guys every week. You're going to see a big benefit there from just the tax environment that he's going to create. And he's done it before. He's already talked about what he's going to be doing now. Number three, so we have just the market confidence. The tax environment is going to be beneficial. Energy cost and operating cost, we should see those going down. I've filled up. I have a diesel pickup truck, a 1-ton that we use to pull the camper, and just filling that up, I was amazed. I paid $2.70 a gallon for diesel. I haven't paid that in years, but it's just the fact that since he got elected, we're already seeing those effects. So energy costs coming down is just going to, one, have a positive impact on the community. I mean, just on the economy as a whole, for several reasons. If it's costing you less to operate your business, then you have more margin. If it's costing the average consumer, your patients, less to heat their house and to pay for fuel to get around, they have more money left over that they get to do extra things with. So overall, the energy costs going down is going to help the economy. Operating expenses going down, which really kind of all ties into things like that. What's it going to, the effect that it's going to have on the real estate? I think we're going to see just a turnaround in the real estate market. Interest rates going down to a sustainable level, to help with inflation. I think we're going to see that make a big impact as well. And then number four is, which this is the big thing that some of you guys are aware of. I just don't know if you've thought this much about it. And maybe you have. The Trump administration, because of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s position, and him being such a vital role in this, but the whole thought process behind Make America Healthy Again. This is fantastic. This is what everybody, the chiropractic profession has been preaching this more than just about any other profession out there, about what the toxins and how toxic the food is, and everything from vaccines. RFK being a part of this administration is huge for taking the blinders off the eyes of the public and really pointing a spotlight and letting them see this is an issue, this is what's going on, and as a country, we are not going to put up with it any longer. So it's going to shift the focus to more of a health and wellness focus in our country, and who better to benefit from that than chiropractors? You guys being able to get your message out, it's going to be so much it's just going to be, people are going to be primed to hear this message because they're going to be hearing it on the news, they're going to be hearing it on podcasts, and hearing about it from RFK and just the administration in general. And then whenever you guys are getting your content out there and it aligns with them, it's going to have a positive effect on your marketing, because people are just going to start to get it, right? Which you already have patients that get it, but this is going to help. I definitely see, if chiropractors are serving right now. Some people say 5 to 7%. Some people say 10% of the population. Regardless of what it is right now, I really think if we take advantage of these next 4 years, we can get that up to 15 to 20% of the population, possibly even more. But we've got to focus and take advantage of the situation and really take advantage of these next 4 years and not take them for granted. So everything going on with, making America healthy again is really going to help benefit you guys, help benefit your practice, and really help benefit your market, your messaging market, your marketing message. Thank you. Your marketing message. Now, if you've listened to these, we've been doing these for almost 10 years. Can you believe that? 2015 will be the 10-year anniversary of the ChiroCandy podcast, which ChiroCandy started as a podcast and then turned into a marketing company. And we're going on 10 years now, so I'm excited about that. But we don't do a lot of editing on these. So if somebody knocks on the door, the doorbell rings, or I cough, you're going to hear it. So anyway, I am very, very excited about what's going to happen over these next several years. I'm excited about what's going to happen in the economy. I'm excited about what's going to happen in your business, and whatever we can do to be a part. Almost 200,000 patients every single month walk through the doors of a chiropractic office, and we are changing the way and improving the way that we generate new patients, and the way we work. We're changing every single month, like every day. As a matter of fact, today we had a meeting, and on our meetings every week we do show and tells, and it's our account managers and account reps showing, hey, this is a new campaign we came up with and it's working really well. And then it lets all the other account reps see what's going on, and then they get to implement it. And so every week we're doing this. And so it's helping us raise the bar and get better and better and better. And which is something I'm really excited about, is the AI. The new AI stuff that we're doing is unbelievable. If you look at, which we've talked about this the past couple of weeks, if you listen to some of the other episodes, it's unreal, the results that we're getting with AI, because even the same marketing campaigns, but having a conversational AI that can respond immediately, 24/7, 3 a.m., somebody responds to an ad, you have your AI CA that's actually having a conversation with them and getting them booked the very next day without your team having to do anything. It's incredible. And so, the longer you wait to respond to a lead, the colder they get, right? They're never going to be as hot as, temperature wise. When a lead comes in, the absolute best time to strike is when the iron's hot. And as soon as they respond, if you have somebody that can respond immediately to them and engage them and get them hooked, that's going to be your best chance to get them to come in and to have an appointment. So your AICA does that 24/7, and it works so well. And that's just one aspect of how we're using it. We're using it for reactivations, what we call our Lazarus campaigns, which we can go back and take. It's so much better than a typical reactivation campaign because it's conversational, and your team does not have to do anything. The AI does everything. It responds to everybody in your database. It gets them engaged. It starts a conversation with them. It gets them booked. And then all your team has to do is just see them whenever they come in. Like it's phenomenal. And that's another thing we're doing. But we can also do a Lazarus campaign on all your old leads. So even if you've been doing, social media marketing or whatever marketing you've been doing for years, we can take those old leads and run them through the exact same campaign. Right now, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. Why not have our AI? We train it to go after them. We give it a personality that's going to be congruent to your office. And then we just stick the AI on them. And then it goes through and it wakes some of those people up. It literally raises them from the dead and gets them to schedule appointments and come in. And it's working so incredibly well. So look, if there's anything we can do to help you prepare for this surge of new business that we truly believe we're going to see these next several years, it's going to be one of the best times for you to be in practice. Let us help you. let us equip you, right? Let's give you the absolute best tools you can have. Work with us. Let us get our AI. Even if you're doing marketing with somebody else, you can still use our AI to follow up and do all that stuff for you, just to help get you better results, help you impact more people, and grow your practice and have a bigger impact on your community. So just reach out. Go to ChiroCandy.com/AI-demo, and you can actually demo our AI right there. So it's ChiroCandy.com/AI-demo to demo it, or you can go to ChiroCandy.com and just schedule a call. So we will see you next week on another episode of the ChiroCandy Podcast.